Okay, welcome to another hot take with Tyler. That is me. Kind of weird using myself in third person. Anyways, talking about the Campfire audio, Mammoth, and Holocene. So right now we have the Holocene right here. See if we can get it to, there she be. And the Mammoth, so this is the Mammoth. The Holocene is basically the same exact build, and they're actually both very similar build to the Andromedas. Very well made. You can see the quality of the, I don't know if you can see it with the with this here, but the nozzle, the overall shape and design of it, and it's just a nice solid piece of metal. Has a seam here where you can, all the internals go, and screws. MMCX build quality is fantastic. The coloration is really fantastic as well. And here is the Holocene, and so you can kind of see the colors there. More brown, kind of like has this kind of a glimmer brown a little bit, not crazy, but chocolate. It reminds me of like chocolate. Campfire logo. There's glow in the dark luminescence, and that's also carried over to the cases. So the cases have them on the labels and then on the zips. So yeah, so build is pretty fantastic. I'm really impressed with build. I always have been with Campfire audio stuff. They have this new glow, smoky glow, and basically it's the Smoky Lits cable. The only difference is that it has, I don't know if this will play nice here. Only difference is that the connectors are surrounded by glow in the dark plastic. So solid cable, feels really good, nicely made, nice color to it. It's that kind of graphite, almost smoky graphite look. But yeah, build quality is great, no issues there. Honestly, build quality is beyond good for this Campfire audio stuff. Most of the time for me, IEMs, like once I can wear them, I enjoy them. I really actually like the Campfire audio. Most of the IEMs I've used from them I've been able to withstand longer durations. The only other ones I really like is the Mest, Unique Melody Mest. That's another one that I really enjoy. But as far as these goes, they're comfortable enough. But for me, usually I can't, no matter what the IEM, I can't usually go beyond probably like an hour or two before I start getting real fatigued from like in my ear, from having those pressed into your ear and that kind of stuff. Even the ear canals with the tips. So that's kind of an issue for me generally, and part of the reason why I kind of veer away from using IEMs regularly. Just currently I just don't have a use case for them because I'm not traveling a lot, not going into an office anymore. And really that's kind of the biggest downside for me is not that they aren't good, it's more just I don't have a use case for them. Neither here nor there though. Sound quality. So with sound, for both of these, they're definitely flavored. They have a little bit of warmth to them. The Holocene is probably, so the brown one is the Holocene, and this one is probably the more neutral of the two, whereas the Mammoth is more bassy. Neither of them are going to be winning awards as far as like being like super resolving and fantastic, but they're fun, they sound good. I didn't have any issues with either of them. I would say the biggest thing would be that the Mammoth is a bit bloomy or boomy with the bass, so that's something to be taken into account. So the other factor with the Holocene is that it's more or less elevated, warm, neutral, I'd say, and probably the most balanced between the two. Both are flavored though, in my opinion, and I think that they're both fun and enjoyable. I didn't have any real major issues with them. I didn't get any major sibilance or anything along those lines. I wasn't really unhappy with the sound. I would say probably the worst case would be with the Mammoth because of the bass, that it would sometimes get a little bit too boomy, but it's still fun and enjoyable. That's pretty much the sound. I mean, fantastically made. The colors, even for the brown, it's almost like a bronzed color, to be honest. Not even brown, but more like a bronzed color, dark bronze. Fantastically made. Like, these things are beyond well engineered. They just look, feel nice, and even the edges on them, the machining on it is really nice. I really like the build quality of these. So yeah, the only other problem with these is that you're running into what I would call kind of like the diminishing returns world, in the sense that you can get IEMs from other manufacturers. They're just pumping out IEMs that are just doing crazy good stuff for the value. So that's where you kind of have to weigh that. Do you want something that's kind of higher build quality with, you know, less plastic and almost all metal shells, or do you want something that's maybe costs way less with probably potentially performing on the same level or not higher levels for exponentially less with maybe not the best build quality? And not that it's not bad build quality, but they usually use plastics or that kind of thing. You know, build quality is just on a next level for these versus something that you get from a cheaper IEM. Sound quality, though, that could be, I mean, if you're after sound quality, that these might not be your jam. That the Mammoth and the Holocene both have pretty nice bass boost to them. Mammoth definitively is a much higher one, but they're fun and they're enjoyable. And honestly, when I'm out and about, and I was using IEMs a lot, and with these, like, I kind of like that elevated bass because it helps with isolation and kind of overpowering some of the surrounding noise when I want to kind of ignore the world a little bit. So take that into account. But yeah, at the end of the day, the TLDR is, I liked both of these, to be honest. The build quality really won me over and always has. I'm kind of a fan of the Campfire design aesthetic. They do really good stuff, and the colors are really nice. I would recommend these, but with the caveat that you're paying a premium for the build quality, and the audio value might not quite be there comparatively to some of the other IEMs out on the market, especially in the same price range. So that's the TLDR. Build quality is fantastic. The audio is pretty fun and enjoyable. I didn't have any major issues with it, but it is a more fun signature, less neutral. So yeah, to my opinion, it's a little bit warmer on the profile, but overall enjoyable, and I could see really digging on having a set of these. With that, you guys and gals have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining this wonderful hot take. See you on the next one.